Well, welcome to Elite and welcome to Oberlin College football and our Raise This Standard night. For those that are maybe new to this good-looking ball guy in front of you, this is head football coach Steve Opgenorth. I can't tell you how excited I am to have you join us tonight with the group that we have. Many of you have spent time on a virtual visit with our staff. Others have been with us so that you could spend some time talking X's and O's, seeing the all gas, no brakes philosophy of our offense. Some of you have been with our defensive staff to talk about organized chaos and getting it done on that side of the ball. Tonight, this is about you, but it's also about Oberlin College and our future and where that future is going to help us go in the present. And right now, really, it's the right time to be in Oberlin College, Yeomen. The standard has been set. And we each talked about what that standard means as we continue to grow a foundation and recruit and develop the right young men to get this thing rolling. It's about people, and it's about process, and that process inflicting and inspiring those that want to be elite. That word is either going to talk you out of it or it's going to talk the right guys into it. And it's going to allow us to win football games at a very high level. The process has inflicted some top-rated recruits over the past 3 months that forged throughout a pandemic. And our staff that arrived here in February has committed itself and our resources to make sure that relationships are established in a value standpoint that sets the tone for the next 4 to 5 years of our program. Each of you were invited here for a reason. We believe you're a difference maker both on the field and off the field. You have the talent and ability to raise the standard. And here we are on a Raise the Standard night, having a chance to introduce some unbelievable alums that are committed to the process, this program, and have some unbelievable stories, not only professionally and what they're doing now, but back in the day wearing the crimson and white and playing for the Yeomen. Tonight, this is about you. It's about a top-rated 2021 recruiting class that I couldn't be more fired up and excited about. We know you by film. We know you by your character, your leadership, and your ability to communicate in the right way. If we have not talked you out of the elite yet, I think you're right up our alley. And I've talked about throughout this process, it is about people. There's tremendous resources. There's advantages galore here, 35 minutes west of Cleveland, Ohio, in this spot that we like to call the OC, a little slice of paradise in Ohio, the best state to call home as a college football player. And this future is going to be bright. It's not going to be easy. We want guys that have no problem starting at the base of a mountain and starting to climb up with the guys that are around you that believe in the success and certainly the future of our program. You're going to be coached hard, but you're going to be loved even harder. And I know all of us have had a lot of fun getting to know you more and more over the past 4 months. And certainly as we progress, this 2021 class will be the best recruiting class to ever step foot on campus. So to set the itinerary and certainly the tone for tonight, we have 6 alums that have joined us as well as our athletic director. And they're going to talk about their history, their passion for this place, but also the network that's built around Oberlin College. The opportunity to put your foot in the door out of things that you could have only dreamed about. But I want dreamers. I want guys here that want to be great in the locker room, great on the field, and go reach your full potential for the next 40 years. So as we get rolling, I'll introduce those 3 alums first in a first half introduction. And then from there, really get a chance to see some of the advantages just geographically, 30 minutes from Cleveland, Ohio. We got a boom town around us and a great college setting here in Oberlin, Ohio. For you as a top-rated recruit, if your parents are joining us, we do have our question and answer open. And our staff is available. We got a recruiting coordinator here, defensive coordinator, director of football ops, and each position coach that you would be working with as well to answer any questions on football-related items, recruiting process, the school itself, or the possibility of applying to this great place and calling it home. We want you to believe in the process, and we also want to be a guiding light through the recruiting process. So sit back, relax, and certainly have some fun tonight. If you have a direct question for one of our alums based on their professional experience, their major, and their time here as an undergrad, certainly you can throw those in, and with the available time, I'll mediate and get this thing rolling. So as I've told each and every recruit in a Heisman home visit, or staying in some time on a virtual visit day. Let's crank this thing up. Let's raise the standard and have a lot of fun tonight getting it done. So with that, our first half, I do want to have a chance to introduce three esteemed alums I've got a chance to get to know and realize they can help us raise the standard. Their experience here led to some professional experiences that are elite. And now they're back helping us raise the standard here within our program to ensure that the 2021 class is unlike any that we've seen. First up will be Jordan Coltman. Jordan is a board-certified oral and facial surgeon practicing in the great state of Florida. That's why he's going to show up with a good tan. He's originally from Pittsburgh, PA, and absolutely unequivocally as a 2001 grad, took everything out of Oberlin College that he could, both on the field and off. He's got profound memories. If you search him on Google, there's a good shot of him playing and practicing in our alumni game. I got to hear those stories as we move forward. Second up in this first half will be Jason Roller. Jason is an OB through and through. 1987, 1988, he was an all-conference defensive tackle back in the day, rolling it and being a pretty profound impact guy in the NCAC. He is now the director of culinary arts, working directly at Oberlin College, rocking a great-looking beard and spending some quality time with you guys here. Last up in this first half is Todd Houston. Todd was one of the first alums I got a chance to know as I took the job here in February. Todd's influence in Oberlin College is felt. He was previously the president of our Heisman Club from 2000 to 2003. He is a 1992 graduate of Oberlin College and is now doing some things at a high level in the professional world, most notably at Pro Performance Health, headquartered in Avon Lake. So we'll go right in order. Gentlemen, I appreciate it. Top-rated prospects, the Q&A is open, and sit back, relax, and put a smile on your face. We got some good people with you for the next hour. Jordan?
Sorry about that. Had some technical difficulties.
Blame it on the toy room, buddy.
My laptop for work crashed on me, and I had to go run and get my other one. I apologize for that. So, should be good now.
Jordan, you're great now. Give us a tale on times here at Oberlin College as an undergrad and what led you to be sitting in the chair you are now in a professional career.
Well, one thing about Oberlin is it was a great academic institution. So, I mean, the draw from getting recruited there was great. Once I got the letter, I went home, showed my parents. I was getting recruited by other small Division III schools in Pennsylvania, Allegheny College, in our conference, and then just got the letter, and my parents were super ecstatic, and they said, we got to go investigate this. And we went and we visited, and my recruiting visit was wonderful. I had a great time around the football team. I had great things to say. It was a good experience. The thing that struck me the best was just the camaraderie of the guys. Everybody got along on the campus. There was no divide. The inclusiveness of everybody really was another thing too. It didn't matter if you were in the con and played instruments. Everybody was inclusive and got along. Rolling that in, coming as a freshman, deciding to go into medicine, not medicine, but dentistry or the medical field, really kind of prepped me for where I am today. Because after this, I took some classes afterwards just to get ready, and they were an absolute breeze compared to everything. The academic level and standard at Oberlin, when I went and took my classes other places, I would finish exams early, walk up, and there's like, there's no way you're done with this. And I said, I absolutely am. He would grade it in front of me and say, all right, go home, you can leave. It just compares, the other schools to Oberlin, and that really set me up for when I got into dental school and the competitiveness in dental school. And again, that's super right now. I mean, to get in, you got to be top of the line, and that really competitive drive that you had in the football field, in the locker room, everything else, to be better really helped me get to where I am. And then even that continued when I got into my residency, and again, to push through the residency and to be the best that I can. So that's really kind of how I described Oberlin. Oberlin was a great time. I also met my wife there, so that was nice too, which led us to 3 wonderful kids. But again, the academics, the environment it was wonderful.
Just can you talk about with some top-rated pre-med guys, dentistry guys that we're working with right now, what was that path graduating Oberlin College, working out med school? I mean, we are the #1 pre-med school for undergrads that get into their top choice. What's the why behind that stat?
Well, just the competitiveness. I mean, the classes, the professors, everything from there they were world class. One of my professors, Dr. Levin, biology professor, actually was one of my main things. And I remember even graduating and him clapping and applauding and saying yes, yes, yes on stage. And, just to have that kind of camaraderie and the dedication and from him for the 4 years to follow me through, make sure I followed up. The class size being small also helped out. The nature, I was a little different because I was pre-dental too, but I still kind of followed the pre-med route. So there was a little kind of, again, they had the wiggle room, kind of navigate it, but they were able to do that. And, I had friends that were also PhD, MD candidates. They got 38, 39 on their MCATs, which is amazing scores. And that just leads to the level, again, of how competitive academically they are. And you really have to be on your toes. And the track is very difficult, but it's there and it's maneuverable and there's faculty there every step of the way, from your labs to the faculty are very approachable, dinners at their houses, you can talk with them, and they're just, it's a difficult track, but they make it seem easy for you. And that's how I felt when I was there. And they were building
That's the advantage. There ain't no doubt.
And
George, just to finish, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I didn't get a chance to be part of the new biology building that they built. That was built my senior year. But coming back and looking at it, it's amazing. I mean, it's an amazing complex, an amazing resource, the library there and the connection. It's a wonderful building.
Can you just finish up and talk about where you're practicing now, down in the heart of Florida, what exactly you're doing? And then also as an invested alum, what your expectations of this program would be over the next 4 to 5 years?
Absolutely. So right now, it's just I went to dental school down here at Nova Southeastern after doing an internship actually with the Miami Dolphins. I got out. I was a 4-year athletic trainer at Oberlin. Got an internship through the help of the athletic trainer at the time, Tim Carver, and I got to work in the Miami Dolphin facility. Across the street is where Nova Southeastern's dental school is. So I was able to visit, meet those professors, and go, and also had a family member that worked there. So was able to kind of really interact. That led me to getting into Nova, going to Nova, and then going from there and specializing in oral maxillofacial surgery. So I did a 4-year residency on top of that, and then continued, sorry to be so long-winded, but continued from the 4 years after that residency and did 4 years of microvascular training. So I was also a microvascular oral maxillofacial surgeon and head and neck cancer reconstruction. After that, I ended up going into, after having a couple kids and not being able to maintain the hours possible, I ended up moving to Stuart, Florida, which is about 20 minutes north of West Palm Beach, Jupiter area, in a small county called Martin County. And I have a private practice now with 3 other partners, 3 offices, and it's not necessarily limited to just dental alveolar, which is wisdom teeth, implants. It's also facial trauma, facial pathology, and I get to do that and operate in the hospitals. My goal is, to tell you the truth, Coach, I've been blown away by your enthusiasm and the way you approach this. I think you are going to nail it, hit it home. And, I expect Oberlin to be one of the top 25 teams here in the next 4 or 5 years. I really do. With the, support of Natalie, the athletic director. I mean, I wish she was my athletic director when I was there. She's awesome. I'm also part of the Heisman Club, so I get to see her in meetings, and her enthusiasm, I think, mixed with your enthusiasm, is going to really raise the standard. And not to be, drop a pun there, but really lift it to the next level. And I think anybody who comes in is going to be awesome from an academic standpoint and an athletic standpoint.
We're just saying that because he's got a good-looking haircut. My man, I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Jason Roller, you're up. Talk about back in the day, man. Introduce yourself. I appreciate you.
Yeah, my name is Jason Roller. I'm from Youngstown, Ohio, which is about 1 hour and 40 minutes east of here, right on the PA line. My journey to Oberlin was a little, I guess, I'm here now, but my route was a little bit different. My brother, who was a student here at Oberlin, so I followed him here. So I've pretty much been in love with Oberlin since my sophomore year in high school. So I would come and visit. I knew there was nowhere else for me to go. And football was not even the reason why I chose to want to be here. It was the academics, and it was what I saw in the 3 years that of my visiting my brother, you know, from seeing people who didn't look like me, from seeing people who look like me but didn't come from the same place I came from. You know, it's kind of homogenous where I came from in Youngstown. You didn't see many different people from whether it be different races or sexual orientation or whatever. So Oberlin was like really like an eye-opener for me and my family, because it changed us and made me think a little differently. And how Oberlin kind of affected where I am now, because my career in terms, I came here was majoring in Black Studies and psychology. My career, my wife took a little different trend, and I went to culinary school, and I've been an executive chef, and I've done those things. But the things that Oberlin prepared me for, the way that Oberlin challenged me as a person and as an individual, is the things that make me great at what I do right now, like understanding people, knowing people. I mean, because I'm in a people business, man. I do food, and I do food on this campus, and that's what I want to do, provide great service, but we're in a people business. And Oberlin, with its, you know, kind of forcing you outside of your comfort zone at times to make you, you know, kind of see and talk and relate to people who you normally wouldn't, has been such a great thing in my life. And I tell people all the time that Oberlin, besides my parents and probably my older brother, has shaped me who I am as an individual as much as any place in anywhere else that I've come in contact with. So that's me personally. So now the football tradition, I come from Youngstown Urson High School. We have a fantastic tradition in our, you know, multiple state championships in Northeastern Ohio. If you know, we averaged probably my senior year, which is probably 1985, we probably averaged about 10,000 people for our high school games. So coming to Oberlin was kind of like a culture shock in terms of like tradition and what it looked like. I was used to looking up in the stands, and there was like thousands and thousands of people, and to come here, and it was kind of like an afterthought. And our goal was to create history. Not create a tradition. You got history, and I'll get to your question. I don't know if I'm jumping ahead to what I should be, but what I'd like to see is a winning tradition created, because we have history in spades here. You know what, you'll hear it all the time. What, the last school in Ohio to beat Ohio State? Oh, the Heisman Club here. Who cares? It's an important part of our history. But what we want to do, and what I'm so excited about you, Coach, is that you come with this fire, you come with this in your gut, and I just know that you're going to be creating a winning tradition. And that's what we want to do. History is great, but tradition and winning tradition is greater. And that's what I'm excited to be a part of, and so happy to be a part of anything that I can do to help that be possible on this campus. And so in my current role, that is what I'll do. I'll make sure that, you know, the athletes are fed. If there's any special kind of diets that we have to take care of, if there's any allergies or anything like that, we will make sure as a dining department that you and the athletes that come to this campus will be fueled in the way that they need to for maximum and optimum performance. And so we want to be a great partner in this department to bring that about. And I'm just excited that I get to be here firsthand to see it happen every week and see the athletes coming here every day. I'm just super, super stoked. I'm excited, and I'm ready to rock and roll too. I might just tackle you when I see you, Coach.
Let's go, buddy. There ain't no doubt, man. Jason, you're the best. 87, 88, all conference. You might still have a couple reps in them late in the fourth quarter. Oh, next up is Todd Houston. Todd, you're up, man. You got a lot of history here and certainly a renowned alum. I appreciate the time. Introduce yourself and get us rocking and rolling.
Sorry, I was muted. My name is Todd Houston, went to Avon Lake High School. So I'm a local guy. I'm close to Oberlin, but I went to Oberlin College because I went and did a visit, and I fell in love with it right away. I'd looked at other schools, similarly to Jordan, Division III schools. I wasn't good enough to go Division I, but I wanted to continue to play the game because I thought it built character. So we went into one class at Oberlin, just fell in love with it right away. It's that kind of place, and it still holds that position in my heart. Because every time I go back, it just feels special. I've said to Coach, I've said to Natalie, the place is infectious. It was like that when I went to school there. It's got a great atmosphere. but it can get greater. It can get better, and you're going to do that by going to school there, and not only graduating from a great academic institution, but changing the whole athletic department, which Natalie's done a great job of doing to this point. There's some things we can do to make it better. The other thing that attracted me at Oberlin was it has a history of excellence. Jason hit on that a little bit. We do it. Oberlin has history coming out of its ears, but it also has a future, and it has a future of changing the world. There was a saying at Oberlin. It was a poster sold at the bookstore when I was in school, and it said, "Do you think one person can change the world? So do we." And that kind of became Oberlin's mantra, and still sits on my desktop, my screensaver at work and at home. So that's the kind of place that Oberlin is to me. My academic track there, I was an econ guy. Always knew I wanted to go into business. Thought I wanted to go into law school. I didn't do great on the LSAT, so I went and got my master's, and then went right into the business world. So that was the track there. It's a great place. I will tell you this: you will never regret your decision to attend Oberlin College, both academically and athletically. The facilities are top notch. The way they take care of the students is top notch. The way they take care of the student athletes is top notch. And again, it's just an excellent institution. And I think that's the things that are important to me. Jason also mentioned something when he was talking. He said Oberlin forced him to get outside of his comfort zone. It did the same thing to me. I grew up in a very homogenous world in Avon Lake, Ohio. But it forced me to adapt, forced me to interact with people that were radically different than I was, in a myriad of ways. But the interesting thing is now when I go into meetings from a business perspective, from New York to California to Texas to Florida to wherever you go, and you say, I went to Oberlin College, people say, oh, I know Oberlin College. And that to me is really kind of a cool thing because you see it all over. And then the other thing they say is, oh, you played football, where you were involved in athletics in school there. That just shows character. It really does. So with that, I'm going to shut up.
I knocked it out of the park. I'm going to give one back to you because I know you've lived it. And Jason, after Todd's done, maybe you can interject. A question that rolled in. Northeast Ohio, game day atmosphere. They haven't been here live and in color yet. Todd, can you take us through a game day atmosphere, what we've done with the facilities here and an upgrade, how you've tailgated with some parents and really made this place pretty special for a Saturday afternoon?
Yeah, the facilities are, they're unbelievable. It's really cool. Locker room's beautiful. It's Division I college material. It's right on the field. You get there, there's parents tailgating. They're involved. They know each other. Most of them are staying the night at the inn, so that's really neat. Afterwards, they have cookouts. They go back to the inn and maybe have a drink and they interact. It's also a great time to network too, because I see a lot of that. The neat thing to me is I played football at Oberlin College. I played football with doctors and attorneys and dentists and neurosurgeons and very accomplished people. And every one of them had that same passion. And that to me, but when you get there for a game, we don't have 10,000 people like Jason in high school, but the stands are filled, and it's fun to watch. And I would tell you, you start winning and more people will show up.
Go ahead, Jason.
No, go. You go ahead.
Couple things. One, I forgot to say, I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I went to Shayside Academy High School. So just going to say, I forgot to say that in the beginning. Everybody said we weren't a powerhouse. They became a powerhouse after I left, but they weren't while I was there. Helped build that program. But no, the game day atmosphere again, compared to the old stadium that they had, walking up, click-clack up through the stands to see what they have today, it's amazing. And I've gone back for a bunch of games, and like Todd said, you get to see the parents. Some parents bring their RVs. They drive in RVs, and they camping out, and they're got grills, and very welcoming. I mean, I just walking by, hey, come over, let's have a beer over here, have this, have a burger, and you start talking, networking, meeting people. I met people from Tampa. Some of the kids are in the team from Tampa. And then just the game, I mean, the locker room itself blew me away when they built it. I mean, you got 2 TVs. You can play video games in there when you really, coach is trying to get you to watch film. But, it was a big improvement from the wire locker rooms, the wired chain chicken wire that I'm sure Jason had and Coach Houston had when I was there too. It's an amazing facility and a wonderful job, but the atmosphere is great. I mean, just pulling in through the gates as you come up the road there and you see the big giant logo for Oberlin College, and then just come around and you walk into this beautiful stadium and the trees in the background and the stands. I mean, it's really, it's amazing game day. You get goosebumps when you come back, and it's kind of, you wish you were back playing. Wish I had some eligibility left too, because I mean, coach gets you fired up, ready to go. But I think it's a wonderful environment.
Yeah, most certainly. I'll just reiterate, what Todd and what you guys just said. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're just saying. I'm sorry. We're saying the same thing. No, it is. It's Saturday. It's Saturday afternoon. It's what your tradition. It's like the butterflies in your stomach. The tradition, the pomp and circumstance. When you get out, you get the national anthem, and you get ready to rock and roll, man. It's Saturday. I don't care. You can go to a school and have smart people, and there are a lot of smart people around here, but Saturday game day is Saturday game day, man. And if you love the game of football and you love the competitive nature of the sport, you're going to get it in spades. You also have the opportunity to have some of the best facilities at this level that you're going to see anyway. I've had the opportunity in my career to go and to be a director, a culinary director on different campuses, Division III campuses. And the facilities just don't compare. You have Division I type facilities at this level, and it's just an amazing and exciting. It would have been so exciting for me to play under these conditions, and I'm excited that you young people get a chance to play on this field, because it's an amazing kind of atmosphere. So I'm excited for you.
Yeah, and also to say, not only you get type 1 care now, you also get type 1 Division I pro athlete university health system care. Not to throw another medical plug out there, but the standard of the athlete too, for as far as if there's an injury, has gone up wildly from just the local orthopedic surgeon to now an entire university health system that treats the Cleveland Browns, Case Western, other local universities, and you have those sports medicine doctors, orthopedics also involved with the care of the athletes. So, I mean, when they say Division I, it's not just the facilities, it's also the program's level. So I just wanted to throw that in there too.
Well, you guys are rock stars. I appreciate you. No doubt about it. I know some questions are popping in. We will share our alums' contact information and emails as we wrap up tonight, as you build your network, because there's one heck of a network here at the OC. Next up, we call it Cleveland Rocks. Welcome to Elite. For each of you, go find a home. We've talked about it as I've walked into your homes in a Heisman home visit via Zoom. We've talked about it through the recruiting process. We got Cali guys, Florida guys, Texas, Jersey, and otherwise, and we want this to be home. And I think it is a piece of the puzzle, and certainly was a huge advantage for me taking a look at this job about just our geographic location, where it puts us in proximity to Cleveland, Ohio, and some handshake outreach opportunities and a little bit of entertainment. So with that, Coach Delgado, Cleveland Rocks, video up.
Welcome to Oberlin College, and welcome to Elite, a place you can call home for the next 4 years while awarding you a golden ticket degree that will set you up for the next 40. Here at Oberlin, we believe that you win with people, and that starts with our rock star staff that has hit the ground running since being hired in February, both on the recruiting trail and during our virtual spring installs. Oberlin boasts a truly historic and picturesque campus, accompanied by the #1 rated academic institution in the state of Ohio, as well as being ranked 33rd nationally. With a student population of just under 3,000, a 9-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio, and a 91% retention rate, you get a personalized educational experience to allow you to earn the degree of your dreams. With over 85 majors to choose from, there's something for everyone at Oberlin College. Political science, biology, economics, psychology, pre-med, and pre-law are all popular majors among our student athletes. The resources and facilities at Oberlin rival any small college across America. Taking a look at the Shanks Health and Wellness Center, we house a full cardio room, swimming pool, yoga room, as well as a varsity weight room for our student athletes. Over $30 million has been recently invested to improve our athletic facilities. The Knowlton Complex in Bailey Field is our home on Saturday afternoons and hosts one of the best small college game day atmospheres in the entire country. Williamson Fieldhouse provides an indoor turf area to escape the harsh elements of the winter months. Location of Oberlin College is an added advantage that makes this place truly special and elite. Within 30 minutes, you can find yourself in the heart of Cleveland, Ohio. Take a trip to the Flats, Ohio City, or the downtown area to enjoy the nightlife that Cleveland has to offer, or catch a ball game at one of the 3 professional sports teams that call Cleveland home. Lake Erie offers a tranquil side of Cleveland that will truly take your breath away. Top businesses and organizations call the greater Cleveland area home. Knock out some research at the NASA headquarters, land a dream internship at Ernst & Young, start your career at the continually expanding Sherwin-Williams headquarters, or get field experience at the Cleveland Clinic during your time at Oberlin College. Our alumni network will allow you to make connections that last a lifetime. Notable alums include Chris Broussard, a current Fox Sports analyst, Ed Helms, who has appeared in The Office in a number of box office hits, Jeff Weltman, the current GM and president of basketball operations for the Orlando Magic, and Todd Houston, who is the president of Performance Health. Oberlin College is truly a special place that you can call home and reach your full potential as a student and an athlete. Welcome to Oberlin College and welcome to Elite. We can't wait to see you on campus soon.
For those of you 2021 younger guys, that was a little bit of Phil Collins in the background, and hopefully a video that kind of welcomes you home to a place that, we hope you have a chance to visit through the recruiting process and we navigate a COVID college search for you, but also a place that gives you tremendous advantages. As long as I'm here, you will have Sundays off. And right now, Browns tickets for you are pretty cheap. So to do that is a part of your college experience. The handshake and get alumni support and a possible internship in downtown Cleveland is a part of your college experience. And we're going to try to pack as much into that 4 years as possible. Well, next up, 3 alums that have had a profound influence on Oberlin College, our athletic department, our football program, and their history on the field. The quick introduction start with Zach Lewis. Zach is a 2005 graduate and holds really a lot of the wide receiver piece of the puzzle in our record books. Over 100 receptions, 2,000 yards in his career. And as I took the job, there wasn't one guy that I was asked to contact more first. That was Zach Lewis, based on people in Northeast Ohio. He initially got into finance advertising after graduation. In 2009, he decided to give his time up to our country and join the Army. He's got an illustrious background and certainly an influential alum. Next up with you will be Fred Cummings. Fred is a 1989 graduate. I love talking stories with my man from Akron, Ohio. He has done an unbelievable job in his professional career, many of which I'll let him touch upon. I'll highlight the fact that I think he's the best athlete out of Akron, Ohio, that I know of anyhow. He serves on the boards at Western Reserve Academy as well as being part of our President's Council here at Oberlin College. And finally, batting cleanup for us is Sean Gavin. Sean is a 1998 graduate who's a mutual fund manager at Fidelity Investments, holding down Boston, Massachusetts for us as a Heisman Club affiliate right now. He's a guy that stopped in one of my first weeks on the job, impressive beyond belief, and has a great story. One of the only guys I know that can knock out being in the conservatory here and knocking out touchdowns and run around a football field. Gentlemen, I appreciate the time. Zach, they're all yours.
Okay. Thanks, Coach. So yes, Zach Lewis, like Todd, I'm a Avon Lake, Ohio high school graduate, and I chose my choice for Oberlin was kind of twofold. I didn't have any illusion that I was going to the NFL. So first and foremost, academics was, my thing, and I knew I wanted to go into business, and Oberlin has a world-class economics program, and so that was first and foremost my decision. I wanted to be a part of that, and then athletically, when I got to Oberlin, the program was kind of in a similar spot. It was an exciting time to rebuild, and the team had some losses, and I just kind of thought, one, I've got 4 years left to play football, and I want an opportunity to get on the field early and maximize that time. And that was part of it. The other part of it was, with some of the other schools I was getting recruited by that had success, I thought about being another cog in the wheel at one of those schools. And I thought about what it must have felt like for the people that started the winning tradition there. And I wanted to start a winning tradition at Oberlin. And I'm proud to say by our junior year, we did take a team that had lost a lot of games by our junior year. We finished second in the conference. We beat, I think it was like the number 5th ranked team in the nation. We just barely missed the playoffs. And so we didn't get quite to the top, but we did turn things around in a hurry, and that was really rewarding. And so that was why I chose Oberlin. I think a lot of the things that some of the other gentlemen said were most impactful to me about the campus. The things I would highlight is it's a small school, so you don't get lost in the shuffle. I was involved in a lot of things at school. I was captain of the football team. I was an officer in the finance and investing club. I was a member of the business scholars program. I got to do several internships with alumni. I got mentorship actually from Todd Houston and Fred Cummings and some, the alumni, especially within the sports program and on the football team, is you join a small fraternity of people that really want to help you, and there's a bond there immediately. And now I'm on the other side of that, and that's where I'm at. I want to give back and mentor and be a part of the program and help the players now. So, and I would say the thing about Oberlin for me that I took away the most, I think I just grew so much as a person. Again, coming from a small community, and just going to a school that was full of such a diverse group of people from all different backgrounds. It really taught me a lot that I've used it in both the military and the business world, where I think just learning how to relate and empathize and work with people of, like I said, of all different backgrounds. That was probably the most impactful takeaway for me at Oberlin. And since my time in school, I'm currently a CEO of a private wealth management firm in Westlake, Ohio, and I also served in the military. I was an airborne ranger infantry officer, and I had the honor to take a scout platoon to Afghanistan in 2012, and with the 82nd Airborne. And I think I saw a question there about ROTC, so I could answer that. I'm just
absolutely, Lewis, hit it up.
But there's no ROTC program at Oberlin. The route that I went after I graduated, I went to officer candidate school and commissioned that way. So I'd highly recommend that. It was a phenomenal experience. In that way, I got to have my college experience and play football and be a part of that community, and still commission and become a ranger and do all the things I wanted to do in the military. And now I'm working in the financial planning side of things.
Zach, you're the best. There ain't no doubt. Fred, you're up, man. I appreciate you joining us. It's great to see you.
It was great to have. Thank you, Coach O, and good evening to all of the recruits, and maybe good late afternoon to those on the West Coast. But I'm originally from Akron, and the way I found my way to Oberlin was through my assistant high school football coach. I went to a boarding school in Ohio, which is probably about an hour southeast of Oberlin. And my coach, he used to play for USC, big guy, and he was a gentle giant. He coached the defensive team at Western Reserve Academy, and he went to Oberlin, and then he came back to recruit me to attend Oberlin. And being from Akron, and the fact that my parents don't fly, made it a pretty easy decision for me to decide to matriculate to Oberlin from Western Reserve Academy, because they've been my biggest fans all my life, and since I was playing midget league football, and I wanted them to be able to come see me play at Oberlin, and at Oberlin, I played running back. And my claim to fame, Coach O, I think is I still hold the longest rushing touchdown from scrimmage. It was 99 yards. And Todd Houston, I think he made the key block for me. So I played with both Jason and Todd during my tenure. And it's good to see, Todd, that you have more gray hair than me. So.
Yeah, that's marriage and children, Fred. Marriage and children.
Yeah, you're a good-looking guy still, though. But I'm glad that you have a lot more gray hair than me. So I played running back and just had a great time competing on game day, because that was our last shot at glory, and that's what it's all about. So when you think of going to a college, you want to make sure you can participate, and particularly in a program that's moving in the right direction. And you all have the opportunity to build something, create a winning culture, and make it special. And you'll look back on those days very, very fondly. Academically, I majored in economics, and I always known that I was interested in the stock market. So upon graduating in 1989, I became an analyst covering the banking sector, and I covered people like Sean Gavin at Fidelity. And my job was to travel around the country and let portfolio managers know which bank stocks to buy, hold, and sell. I did that for the first 17 years of my career. And then in 2008, I decided to start my own fund. I run a hedge fund here in Cleveland, focused on investing in banks across the country. So I've been working for myself for the last 12 years. And I've always tried to stay in touch with Oberlin, primarily via the Oberlin Business Scholars, which Zach referenced. And that's a program that for any of you who are interested in business and even law, this program is held during winter term in January. And 12 to 15 students travel across the country, meeting with professionals in New York, Boston, Cleveland, Chicago, and they may have gone to the West Coast as well. And typically, you will land an internship via some of those meetings. And I know I've been participating with the Business Scholars for the last probably 25 years. And since I've owned my own firm, we typically have at least one or two interns each summer. And I would look forward to meeting some of you all if you have a sincere interest in learning about the investment management business. But the long story short is, you will get a great liberal arts education by attending a school like Oberlin. I don't know, some parents question the value of that. But the reality is, in today's job market, you need to be well-rounded. You need to be a good communicator, both orally and writing. You need to be a good, you need to know how to analyze and dice and really engage in critical thinking. And that's the benefit of getting a liberal arts education in my mind. And what I also liked about my experience at Oberlin is, despite the fact that it's, you know, in a relatively small town, it's a very dynamic place. This is an international school. We have students from all over the world, and you know, there are a lot of schools with international students, but Oberlin, you get kids from all over the world, and then frankly, you get kids, a number of kids from Hawaii. From California, from Texas, and other places matriculate to Oberlin. So it's a very sophisticated place, despite being 35 minutes west of Cleveland. And I think that's a big benefit for those of you who are coming from the coast. We get a lot of kids from New York, and so you'll feel right at home on the Oberlin campus.
Fred, you're the best. Gavin, clean up, man. No pressure on you. I appreciate your time.
Awesome. Great. Can you hear me?
You're good.
Super. So my story is a little different in terms of coming to Oberlin. I didn't come there for football. I came there to visit. I was thinking that I was going to be a professional trombonist. I fell in love with Oberlin literally the minute that I came to campus. I absolutely loved it. And so I was able to touch pretty much all different parts of the campus. I was in the conservatory. I was a math major in the college. I always loved athletics, and Oberlin gave me the opportunity to do that as well. And so I played football, played some club sports too. It's absolutely all around is the best place. And you come to a place like Oberlin, you come to a liberal arts college because you want to be challenged. You want to be challenged all the time. You want to be challenged mentally. You want to be challenged physically. You want to be challenged spiritually. Because, you know, mind, body, and spirit, that's the whole part of liberal arts. It's an all-around education. A lot of times people come here and they don't know exactly what they want to do with the rest of their life. I thought I was going to be a professional trombonist, right? You know, I came here. It was the best trombone studio in the world at the time. It was fantastic, and I got an amazing education. But I got mentorship from other people, and as I moved along, as I got older, I decided maybe there were some other things that I wanted to do. I decided one summer not to do trombone all summer, and I got an internship with an Oberlin grad in New Jersey at New York Life Asset Management, and wow, the stock market was totally interesting. I loved it. I loved everything about it. I loved picking stocks. I loved the challenge behind it. It was very much like football. It was like every single day I was challenged. The market was going up. The market was going down. I was being judged all the time, and it was something I just absolutely fell in love with. So, you know, I benefited directly from that. And then afterwards, I moved out of Oberlin and I got married, moved to Boston, decided that, you know, I wanted to pursue a career in finance. Fred, who went right before me, talk about mentorship. He is an absolute amazing mentor. I benefited from his mentorship when I was, 20 years ago, when I was, a young 22, 23-year-old kid covering small cap financials, and my salesman, Steve Healy's like, you got to meet this guy, Fred. He's so good at teaching people about what to do with stocks. And so I went out to lunch with him, and, I can remember 20 years ago being like, wow, this is fantastic. This Oberlin network is always helping people. And so, that's what we try to do now as alums. And, I'm part of the Oberlin Business Scholar Network as well. My colleague at Fidelity, Lisa Enslow-Mattingly, she's the head of asset allocation and the lead economist at Fidelity. She co-hosts the Oberlin Business Scholars every year. They come through Boston. They usually spend the day at Fidelity, and we try to touch on every single part of the campus at Fidelity, and we try to show them what a modern money management firm really is and how it works. We've been lucky enough to host a bunch of Oberlin interns over the years, and in fact, one of the graduating seniors from the football team, Jabri Hassan, he's starting as a high yield analyst associate in September. I'm hoping that Jabri's going to be, I hope this COVID thing starts to blow through. So he's not going to start over Zoom. He's going to start, right on our campus. But he's been interning for the last 3 years, and he's done an absolutely amazing job at Fidelity. So it's a big part of why you come to a college like this. You come to be challenged. you come to meet people, you come to work both on the football team and off the football team with the most challenging, most amazing people you're going to meet. And I now have the opportunity to get back to Oberlin a lot. I'm on the board of trustees. So I see the commitment to athletics and to football, both from the board level, from the administration level, and all the way through the athletic department. So it's an absolutely wonderful opportunity. So I hope most of you get there. And Steve, I heard that one thing you said, what are we expecting? What are we expecting? And I can tell you from this incoming class, I'm fired up. I want to suit up right now because they're coming in. They're going to be coming in that next fall. And I know Kenyon's coming to campus. Job number one, beat Kenyon. I'm going to be there on the sidelines, and I want to see it. I'm going to be fired up.
Gavin, you're the best. 2 new rules in our program. We can't say the K word, and we don't wear purple. I thought you would like those 2 rules that have set the standard for us. Couple questions that rolled in just to finish up with you guys. Fred, I'll start with you. It's hard to qualify via Zoom, but just with our top guys, our top-rated 2021 recruits, how can you kind of talk real quick about the connection, the network that Oberlin College and that degree, that name brings you once you graduate, step off the stage and say, okay, I'm in my professional career, now what?
Yeah, and I'm glad you asked that, Steve, because I failed to mention my business partner. I was introduced to him via an Oberlin connection and the head of development. So when you graduate, you always want to give back. And my wife and I did meet my wife at Oberlin as well, but we were introduced to one of the board members at Oberlin, a guy named Neil Barsky, who was running a big fund in New York, and he ultimately became my business partner. So that's how strong that network is. And I would never have had that opportunity had I not gone to Oberlin. And then Oberlin's a small enough school that you can get to know a lot of people. And several Oberlin alum invested in my fund, and I think someone alluded to this before. Wherever you travel across the country, you meet people who are involved in business. You meet them; they're involved in philanthropy. I mean, you meet Oberlinians virtually all over the country. But it's a very tight network. People want to help you. They're very supportive, and it's like a big family. And I personally have really greatly benefited from that, and that's why I'm committed to giving back and participating in the business scholars, hosting interns, and assisting in recruiting, doing anything I can to help make Oberlin to improve its legacy long term.
You guys are the best. Honestly, we'll share contact information, and I know if there's Q&A for Zach, Sean, or Fred, certainly throw them out there. After tonight, we'll certainly get in touch with them as influential alums and some of the best people I've got a chance to meet over the past 4 months. Next up, really a woman that needs no introduction, but through the process of trying to find out if this was a spot for me, I needed to be inspired and blown away, and I was by our Vice President of Advancement and Athletic Director, Natalie Winkelfuss. What she's done within our facilities and our athletic program is second to none. She's got more awards on her wall than any athletic director in the country. I give her a lot of credit, but I am linked to the hip now with her for the next umpteen years. This will be fun, but to introduce you to the standard, talk a little bit more about Oberlin College, Natalie Winkelfuss.
What's up, everybody? I've never had 152 people in my house, so welcome to mi casa. And if we were in person, I would force us all to start this conversation off with a slow clap.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So, all right. What do you need to know? You need to know that the growth of Oberlin College athletics within the last 8 years is striking. It's striking. Our entire coaching staff is talented and determined to make Oberlin a destination where high academics and high achieving athletics don't just coexist, but thrive. Our scholar athletes, they're awesome. You heard Sean talk about one of my all-time favorites, Jabri Hasan, amazing, outstanding. But all of our scholar athletes, they're top flight. They're driven to create a winning culture while the campus has learned to value intercollegiate athletics. We've had to do some teaching, right? We've had to do some teaching, but everybody's coming along. You heard Sean talk about it. There's a lot of support for what we're doing. I mean, our playing fields, like those are our laboratories. Those are where we do our research. This is where we learn and play, and we have so much fun. You know, our alumni, you got to meet some of them tonight. These humans are just wonderful individuals. I first met Fred at the Waffle House on the east side of Cleveland. So, you know, I get to hang out with these cool dudes all the time. But our alumni are connected from all corners of the world, and they're cheering. They're cheering for more advances, more victories, and they want more Obies entering this world with a compassionate resilience. So what do we need to do? We must raise the standard. We must cultivate an elite environment that fosters personal growth and professional success for our student athletes. We must win on the field. We must win in the classroom. And at the risk of sounding cheesy, we must win in life. We must be the game changers that this world needs right now. I know it's a big agenda, right? It's a lot of things that we have to do, but we're able to do some things here because we're crazy. We're wild here at Oberlin. We needed to create a staff that first believed in the mission of the work and is willing to take the time and energy to build a culture of spirit, pride, and winning. So I hired those people. We needed better facilities to go along with our ambitions. So we reached out to some generous alum and we built those facilities. You saw in the video nearly $30 million of improvements and investments have gone into our department and programming and personnel. Now we're inching closer to the $40 million range. That's some serious cash, right? It's pretty awesome. We needed the support of the college community to cheer us on. We got our man, Jason Roller. He's gonna fuel us up, keep us ready to rock and roll. So we need this campus, we need this community. So we invite them in. They are a part of our team. You'll see our conservatory students like putting on concerts in between games. Like, it's so awesome. You'll hear these beautiful voices of conservatory students singing the national anthem. It's the most beautiful, like, chilling experience ever. That's game day at Oberlin College. We needed the support of our president to understand what it takes to create a winning program. So she sits in the stands at every home game. She understands. She's talking X's and O's with Coach O. We did that earlier this week. It's pretty outstanding. Steve and I were ready to like tackle our laptops and just like we were just ready for game day. So with all of this said, what we needed, I also needed a human that is wild and crazy like me to lead this program, to join me in thinking big, who refuses to see challenges but see opportunity. So I hired Coach O. That guy, look at that bald guy in the corner of your screen. He's in the corner of my screen. Love that guy. So Coach O and his crew, they will raise the standard. They will cultivate an elite environment that fosters personal growth and will allow you to have professional successes for your next 40 years and after. They will win on the field, but most importantly, you'll win in the classroom. And they will coach game changers that will make this world a better place. So we're ready. I hope you're ready. Giddy up. Let's go. Come take a ride with us. And if you like being around some incredible people and you want your life to just be happy and sunshine and smiles, Oberlin's your place. Thank you for having me. If there's any questions you'd like me to take, I'm happy to do that too. But thank you. Go Yo, squirrels up.
Rock star status. We got the best AD in the country. It's fun to say that. No, it's a reality. Man, these are our people. This is certainly a part of our past, our history, and what's going to shape a brighter future. I took this job to win, and that can't be done without the right people. The advantages that you've seen over the past 3 to 4 months as we've got a chance to recruit you. I can't wait for this 2021 recruiting class to step on campus and raise the standard. I want guys that are not afraid to be elite. I want dreamers in our locker room, and I want difference makers on our campus. And it's going to happen here over the next 4 to 5 years because who we have on this call and who we invited based on the knowledge and understanding that academically, athletically, and personally, you fit us. You check the boxes here at a campus that determines elite. And certainly you will graduate with a meaningful degree. It is about people. It's not about Twitter. It's not about sometimes a show or a film, but is it about your character, your leadership, and your potential to grow at a place like this? The platform of influence is greater than any place that I've been before. And places I've won before, I've won. And we will win here at the OC and do it the right way with some great people. I'm jacked up. There ain't no doubt about it. And to finish up tonight, our coaching staff, one that bought into the standard, understood that I wanted people around me that stood at the base of a mountain and wanted to climb up and weren't afraid to get down and dirty, find the plateau, and reach the top of the mountain. We got an outstanding staff I'd put up against anyone in the country already. We can't wait for the 2020 fall season. More importantly, we can't wait to get you on campus and get a chance to coach you in the crimson and white. Coach Clift, they're all yours.
Thanks, Coach. I just wanted to tell you guys, thanks for showing up. This is a great group of top-rated guys from coast to coast. And I'll be here in the fall when you guys get here. I'll be coaching up the D linemen, getting ready to knock some people around. But I wanted to give a shout, guys that are reaching from all over the country. Some of my New York, New England guys, Rashid, Tyler, Jake, thanks for coming on tonight. We go out west. We even have Colorado, Arizona guys. Thanks for stopping by, Addison and Kellen.
Coach Maiden, Money Maiden time. What up, buddy?
What's up? Coming to you live from the passenger seat. I'm actually on my way to Texas, see some awesome guys. Got to see my Frisco Memorial group, so I got to see Johnny Breeden and Diego, Jeremy. Got to make sure I say what's up to them. But I'm definitely excited about this trip. It's going to be fun. This 2021 class is going to make all the difference. We're going to depend on y'all a lot. We truly have that feeling. We want guys that believe in Coach O and the standard and raising it. The bar has been set. We're ready to get y'all on the plane, so don't miss this ticket. It's a golden opportunity for you. And we need some intellectual tenacity from everybody. So let's get up and let's go.
Coach Delgado, he looks like he could still play, and he's got great hair going through quarantine. You're up, O-line man.
Hey, Coach O, Sam, Coach Delgado. I recruit the West Coast. Excited for you guys to join us here, especially my West Coast guys, Cincinnati guys such as Gavin, Aram, Brian, Jaden, Jake, Benny, Kobe, Logan, Lawson, Jake, and Blake. Just to name a few right there. But like I said, I'm excited for this season right here. We've got the top-rated guys here. I'm ready to get rock and rolling after today, man. I'm ready to run through a brick wall with Coach O in this program right here. So thanks for joining us today, and go Yo.
Our recruiting coordinator, wide receivers coach, pass game coordinator, Ben Dixon.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Super excited to be here. Super excited you guys are here, man. Our alums, our AD, our head coach is just awesome, and the energy is palpable around here. I just want to thank you so much for coming. I got Mr. Perfect Kieran here. I got Dotson, our Terrence Ray, Graham. So many top-rated guys here. I'm as jacked as I've been since I took this job because you showing up shows you care about your recruiting process. And when you care, that just shows how fun it's going to be to continue recruiting you. So thank you so much for coming. Go Yo.
Guy holding down our offensive backfield, Coach Swingle.
What's up, guys? Appreciate you joining us this evening. It was great hearing some stories from some alums and hopefully seeing you guys shape your future and have some similar stories here in the next 4 years as well as the next 40 when we get you back on campus as alums. Appreciate my guys in Kentucky, Indiana, Tennessee, Rhode Island especially coming out tonight. Wanted to give a special shout out to my man Hayden Horn, who's on vacation right now, but still taking the time to hang out with us, as well as Sam Schott. So appreciate you guys, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, Coach Robinson, you're looking good, buddy. They're all yours.
Hey, guys, thank you for being with us tonight. You guys heard from our alums. Like we always say, this is the golden ticket, and you get to see it. It's not only fiction, it's testimony. So you heard the testimony from this great group of alums. I'm excited to be on here tonight. Back from my second year. I'm still the best looking ball-headed guy on the staff here. But I'm excited to go and change this place and make this football program elite. I want to give a shout out to my guys, Luke, Trey, Charlie, Evan. I'm glad to see you on here tonight. And like I say, place to be. Go get this golden ticket. And like we always say, welcome to elite.
You're lucky I love you, brother. There ain't no doubt. Coach Hannah, you're up.
What's up, guys? Welcome out. Super excited that you guys are all here to make it. Coach Hannah coming to you from Northeast Ohio. I am thrilled to have these guys on here because that just goes to show me that you guys are elite. You guys have what it takes to raise the standard. I know we've said it time and time again, but the fact that you're here puts you in a better position than every other guy out there. So special shout out to my Michigan guys. We got Antonio, Daniel, Dominic, Grant, Griffin, Marcel, Troy, and then a super special shout out to my guy Yeomen. I know he's battling some time zone differences out in California, so appreciate you joining us tonight.
Batting cleanup, Coach Yergel.
Love it. We saved the best for last. No one better than to clean it up. Guys, appreciate the time. Thanks again. Think very highly of you, you and your families, those that we've gotten to meet in person via Zoom over the last couple of months. We're excited to get this thing rolling. I'm excited to get to campus, get you to campus as well, too, and kind of really show you some of the neat resources that we have available for you to really take this thing to the next level. Big shout out to some of my guys. I'll start off first and foremost. One guy's got the best nickname that we know, and that's Hoagie. But other than that, guys, Chris, Ryan, Nick, Cameron, Tristan, joining us, Ian, guys, thanks again for spending the time with us. Think highly of you. Appreciate you as always. Back to you, Coach.
Certainly, as I wrap up, the guys from Northeast Ohio are going to be difference makers. We'll put you in the plain dealer on the first page to get this thing rolling, raise the standard here in Northeast Ohio. Jersey's represented. I love that. Bring me some Wawa when you can. North Carolina's holding it down. And my guys from Western PA and down in Florida, giddy up. It's been fun to get a chance to know you, your families, and you are certainly raising the standard here tonight. We're going to wrap it up, but this was a special piece of the puzzle for us through the recruiting process. We know that your COVID college search has not been easy. We'll continue to communicate with you and ensure that you can enjoy this recruiting process in the college search. Allow our staff, our alums, our athletic director, and me as the head coach to be a guiding light to enjoy this thing a little bit. You get one shot to do it, but we do hope that you consider Oberlin College home. It's a special place to play college football and graduate with a world-class degree. I couldn't think of a bunch that could be better. We've virtually visited over 1,200 prospects from West Coast to East Coast. And tonight, it was an invite to you, to the difference makers that we believe can raise the standard, play early as freshmen, and get this thing cranked up. Stay healthy, stay safe. Alums, couldn't thank you enough. I appreciate it. Natalie, we will talk to you soon. Have a great night. You guys take care. Go Yo.